Mats Roorda, a junior from Holland, and Paul Marcos says that Roorda has performed better than his counterpart BJ Parker so far this year. That's a goalie battle in its own right. Roorda with an 82% save percentage has started all but one game for Binghamton this year. And here come the Bearcats. Attacking early, and Downhauer smothers.
Downhauer has played really well so far since stepping in for Shealy. This one was a pretty easy shot. You just had to make sure you're on the floor. The ball can't get past you. That was a good first start. Downhauer, 80% save percentage. Granted, that defense has been stellar even when they've moved in different pieces. There haven't been a lot of shot opportunities. Only four shots he's saved so far.
Ian McIntyre said that it's been a really weird start to the season for Downhauer. Transferring from Kentucky Wesleyan, spent 3 years there, and had just 10 minutes to prepare for his Syracuse debut against Niagara, with Russell Shealy getting banged up in warm-ups, and had some time to really chew on his approach against Virginia, had the entire trip down to Charlottesville. And now just doing what he does best, and Ian McIntyre is very happy with the way Downhauer stepped in. Cross in for Syracuse. Who's home? Syracuse strikes first! Kurt Kalov, who else? The freshman making it just his second start. That's his second goal.
The freshman gets a great opportunity because everybody is focused on DeAndre Kerr. You got to move the ball outside, Liebold, a perfect cross, a wide open hole, and Kalov finishes it right past the goalkeeper. With the second look, wide open, no one's marking him. You want to stay goal side if you're on defense. That was the mistake from the back line that has been so good early in this season.
Kurt Kalov not wasting any time.
And his first goal came in the final minute of the Niagara game. So shaking things up on us, getting it done earlier on, and this has been a pattern for Syracuse. They did it against Virginia. They scored early. They're doing it here against Binghamton. That is a recipe for success for this Orange squad.
Just 17 years old, he has 2 goals for Syracuse. Pedal to the metal, Giona Liebold, no one home in the box on the cross. And a corner kick coming up for Syracuse.
Syracuse is doing a great job with Liebold on that left side, able to stretch the field, and it makes it hard for that Bearcat defense to stay compact the way they like to play.
Here's Colin Byros, the first corner kick of the day for Syracuse. Way short, and Binghamton chews it up. The Bearcats have been out-attempted from the corner in 3 of their past 4 games, with the last game against Canisius being the exception. Syracuse passing to space. Binghamton takes over. The keys to Anthony Lazaridis. And Booster Schoberg takes it back. But Jenna, back to what Kurt Kalov has done, high school All-American at just 17 years old, starting up front with DeAndre Kerr, who once upon a time, not very long ago, was a 17-year-old freshman starting up front and asked to do a lot on offense for Syracuse.
All iconic teams have their big 3, right? I can see a DeAndre Kerr, Kurt Kalov, and let's throw in Colin Byros as a big 3. Each of them have scoring ability. Also, Byros has 2 assists. He can do the corner kicks. I think it's a recipe for success.
And Ian McIntyre said that Colin Byros just provides that calming presence, and why not? Had 3 years at Akron, where he starred, 6 goals, 8 assists for the Zips, and has stepped in seamlessly for an ACC team that's just trying to get ready for ACC play. But right now, 1-0 Syracuse, backs against the wall. Binghamton might have to change a thing or two.
Right now, they've really been focusing on their defense, and that's because Syracuse has kept them on their heels most of the game. But like Coach said, you got to start setting up the attacking opportunities. You want short passes. In our coaches meeting, Coach told us that some of the passes between the back line were 22, 24 yards. That's just way too many opportunities for the opposition to steal the ball.
DeAndre Kerr couldn't turn around in time, and now an intercepted pass. Syracuse has some numbers if they want it. Here comes Busquets, in for Kerr. Up front by the penalty area, Syracuse again. Deja vu, Kurkalov.
This is a great start for Syracuse. The Orange Faithful are excited, and they have a reason to be. Somebody else who can produce opportunities. DeAndre Kerr's up there, quickly double-teamed, which opens up another spot for Kurkalov to slide it past the keeper in similar fashion. It was almost exactly the same, exactly how you want to start this non-con game. You just came off a big ACC win. You have to make sure you don't end up falling behind against a non-con opponent.
Jenna, we just saw the embrace between DeAndre Kerr and Kurkalov. Looks like Kerr might have found a new best friend up front with him. Another defensive zone faceoff for Syracuse. Tatum White taking it, but losing it. And King corrals onto the boards it goes. Ahead for Sarah Thompson. Trying to go around King to no avail, and Rayla Clemens keeps it in the zone. Sarah Thompson had a prime breakaway chance in the first period. Could not connect, courtesy of Matsoukas, and the stonewall that she's been. Tatum White around, loses the puck, and taken away by Hiding. Turnover in the neutral zone. Rayla Clemens has the puck and loses it for a second. Now she turns on the burners. Down the board she goes, boxing out, shot, save! Matsoukas once and twice, and she freezes the puck.
Well, we said earlier that Coach Flanagan says Rayla Clemens' biggest weapon is her speed. Look at her turn this corner. Beat the defenseman King there off the side. Just couldn't get her hands free for a shot, but still, it's a look on goal and almost a rebound opportunity for her line mate there, Hannah Johnson.
Rayla Clemens, you can't get much closer than that. And now Abby Malotny scoops it up off the boards before Marin Friday stalemates her there.
Bad turnover.
2-on-2. Another turnover, that comes in the neutral zone, and Syracuse can relax. Campbell Beacom settles it. Here's Marchand. The freshman up the half wall, chip and chase. Bellefontaine was waiting for it on the other side of the goal line. They did not get the puck to her. And a nifty move by Malotny over to Bellefontaine, again behind, and Friday down low is there to gather the puck. Bellefontaine relentless though. Ashley Adams there as well. It's whacked around by Mendesoon, and around the rink it goes, cycled around to the near side, where Smith clanks it off the boards to Friday. Syracuse very aggressive on this forecheck.
Yeah, Brad, Syracuse initiated a full line change, but was still able to keep Union in its own zone and try to break out. They finally do. Look out here.
Odd man rush. Victoria Klimek looking for a cutter. No one there. Now she motors inside. Diving shot. No. Rebound. Score! Madison Primo, her first career goal. And SU leads 1-0.
Well, Brad, I said it earlier. Syracuse, the wingers, trying to get behind the defense. Klimek does it right there. Ended up getting the puck into the offensive zone, cuts towards the crease, draws the tripping penalty, but the net was wide open for Primo, and she bangs it home.
Wide open net with a diving Klimek. And Madison Primo from the third line. The center is all smiles, breaking the seal for Syracuse. Oh, John, we were talking off air between periods, and you said it's only a matter of time, but I think you meant on the other side. Union had plenty of chances. This period has belonged to Syracuse in the first 5 minutes, and Madison Primo reaping the benefits.
Just like the first period, a hot start for Syracuse, getting those grade A opportunities. And Brad, they're grade A opportunities for a reason. They're supposed to lead to goals, and that one does right there. And I think Syracuse is also going to be on the power play as well. I think that tripping penalty is going to count. The officials are talking it over with Coach Skiba right now.
Oh, this could be crucial. A tripping call in conjunction with Klimek getting the puck
it's like
over to Primo, yeah.
And I think that's the case because the tripping penalty came during that play and not before. So you're going to get the goal and you're going to get the penalty. Really, just it's a lose-lose for Union there.
Scored by number
And Syracuse
20,
zone entry
Primo.
Immediately. Not wasting any time. Batherson over to Marchand. High point Batherson looking to fire and a save. Matsoukas was there.
Second period.
But a tripping call could be costly for Union. The only good news for the Dutchwomen here, despite trailing 1-0, is that SU has struggled on the power play, 14% on the year.
Time of the penalty.
They actually get a slash for Union. Tic-tac-toe Syracuse and a one-timer Malotny wide. And off the netting.
This is good, though, Brad, because my question coming into this game was, how would Syracuse move the puck on that power play? You just mentioned that they've struggled so far this season. I think it's because they're not moving around, they're not moving the puck, they're just being a little bit too slow. And what they need to do is find those passing lanes, find those shooting lanes. They're getting some good shots on goal.
A stalemate on the boards. May Batherson picks it up high point. Whips a shot on Matsoukas. Blocker save popped up. Sarah Marchand fighting for it on the boards. By the way, Cassidy Michalika, the guilty party in the penalty box on that trip. Or the slash, whatever they can call. There were plenty of calls that could have been made. I think they landed on slash. Batherson sends it through. Deflected before it even got to Matsoukas. Here's DiGirolamo, crosser inside, and Bellefontaine couldn't pinball it in. Batherson gives it to Marchand. High point Batherson, around to DiGirolamo. Looking inside, Marchand near side, and lost the puck for a second. She cycles it around to Bellefontaine. .30 seconds left on the penalty. Syracuse with some space. DiGirolamo off the net.
Brad, I just praised Syracuse for being able to move the puck and move it well, but now I think they're doing it a little bit too much. Jessica DiGirolamo specifically maybe doing a little bit too much there, and you said that before. That's a big reason why. Coach Flanagan said that's a big reason why she's struggling to find the stat sheet so far this season. And really, attention to details matters a lot when you're on the power play as well. When you're passing, all the passes need to be right in the wheelhouse for SU, right where you can shoot it. You don't have to take your time and fumble with it.
Union sends it down. That is the first time that Syracuse has not been in the offensive zone in that penalty. And now 8 seconds left until we get to even strength. Rayla Clemens speeding through. Around the corner, around the goal. Looking for some help. Tatum White was open on the board, and Rayla Clemens hands it off to her. Kaloff over to Johnson, sending it to the slot, no one home. Clemens reached for it. We're back to even strength. Union now through the neutral zone. Michalika just checked in. And Klimek handcuffs her, takes the puck away. So a penalty kill for Union, and John, they needed that in the worst way.
Yeah, because they've struggled with defending Syracuse in 5-on-5, let alone 5-on-4. And for SU, you didn't score, but it's still a promising sight to see. I thought that was a very good power play. A lot of good chances there, just couldn't convert.
Carmen Merlot, the junior, poked it away, but poked it to the wrong sweater, and Syracuse now has a breakaway. Victoria Klimek in pursuit. Deke, and a great stop over in the back. It came from Emma Hebert on the back check. Beacom to Moses, pinball off the board. Kuchar, hot pursuit, looking for a cutter. It's Brusso. She can't get there.
Well, you wish that was a lefty, Brad. That's all I'm going to say on that one. Pass was right where it needed to be, but unfortunately on the backhand.
Carmen Merlot lost possession. Contact, no call. And Merlot is down on the ice. The verdict is in. Garrett Schrader was short on the QB keeper. He needed 3 feet, got 2.5. And Florida State, with a goal line stand for the ages, they're still up by 10. 3.5 minutes left in the third. Brad Klein and Jaron May with you from Doak Campbell Stadium. But now Jordan Travis with his back against the wall, literally and figuratively, in the end zone. They can't afford any negative yardage.
Syracuse was in a similar situation against Ohio, and they forced a safety.
Looks like they're just going to keep it under center. Jordan Travis under center, first down and 10 from the 1. And he stands up to make sure everyone's on the same page. With the play clock down to 15, snap, and Travis muscles up the middle, gets some breathing room, about 3 yards. That's where the pile takes him.
That's enough to be able to now be in the shotgun, handoff, basically play your playbook. But that was a dangerous situation for the Seminoles. They get out of it, and they send the beefy boys back to the sideline and get their normal situation and personnel in.
If you're just joining us, Syracuse's goal line stand, or rather Florida State's goal line stand, stopped a 6-play, 33-yard drive, and that's a figurative stat because SU was punting and recovered a muff punt. That's how they got into scoring range. As Jordan Travis hands it off to Jaysean Corbin up the middle. He navigates actually outside the right hash and taken down for a modest gain, maybe a couple of yards, 2 yards to be exact. Third down and 5, 2 minutes and 40 seconds on a winding clock in the third.
Still third down and medium here. This could be a big stop for Syracuse.
Jordan Travis with his heels on the goal line, 5 receivers to work with. Here's the snap to Travis, looking to throw under pressure. He scurries up the middle and thrashed down after a gain of a few. Did he get the 5 he needed? Past the 10-yard line. This will come down to the spot. It's close.
Looks like fourth down and inches. Do you go for it even though you're on the 10-yard line? I could not come up with a sane option of going for this.
And it was Stephon Thompson on the tackle. In a way, Thompson actually might have lassoed him closer to the first down marker. It was a tornado tackle, and they do bring on the punting unit. So Syracuse is set to get the ball back. 1:50 on a winding clock here. Alex Mastromano punting from his own end zone. The snap comes, Mastromano gets it off, a spiraling punt to the 50, and Trevor Pena calls a fair catch at the 49.5-yard line. 1:40 left in the third quarter. Syracuse gets the ball back in plus territory, down by 10. And we'll keep it here with both teams taking a huddle. A lot to talk about, a lot to break down. Syracuse has had their chances and then some here. I think if the Orange lose this game, Garrett Schrader being stopped, maybe not, depending on the replay, depending on the angle, that one's going to be psychoanalyzed throughout the week. But the bottom line, it's not a touchdown. Syracuse still down by 10. They still have plenty of chances, though.
But, yeah, the bottom line is they didn't score a touchdown, but they also didn't get killed because of it, because they got the ball right back after a 3-and-out and have it at the 50-yard line.
Good
but you
position.
could be only down by 7 right now.
3 receivers to the right sideline. First down and 10 from the 49, and a handoff to Sean Tucker. Pinballs to the 45, and stop there. Sean Tucker, once again, the table-setting back. Marcus Cushney and Steven Dix were there to stop him. A gain of 4. 80 seconds on a ticking clock in the third. Ball on the 45-yard line, attacking the end zone to our right. 2nd and 6. Garrett Schrader on the far hash receives the snap and a handoff to Tucker. No, he rolls out to his right. Garrett Schrader with some room down the right hash to the 40, 30, now 20, and somersaulted down at the 15-yard line between the hashes. Under a minute to play in the third, and Syracuse is in the red zone once again off the legs of Garrett Schrader.
That design bootleg is working every single time because everyone's going to bite on Sean Tucker. You have to respect him. And then it's a naked bootleg off to the right, and he just turns on the burners.
Ball on the 13-yard line, 35 seconds left in the third. Syracuse with 2 timeouts. Garrett Schrader between the hashes, 3 receivers. Anthony Quealy to the near side, snapping a handoff. Sean Tucker accelerates down the right sideline, 10, 5, and dives into the end zone. Is he in? Yes! Sean Tucker scurries in for 6, and Syracuse is back in business. Down by 3 points, pending the extra point, 20 seconds left in the third quarter, capping off a 3-play, 49-yard trip in 1:15, a 13-yard touchdown scramble by Sean Tucker. Top of the 6th inning on the YD Red Sox Baseball Network. Brad Klein from Veterans Field tied at 2 apiece between the Red Sox and the Anglers, and Tanner Smith, the left-handed left fielder for the Red Sox, leading off the frame against the southpaw Cy Nielsen from BYU. Came in the 4th inning, didn't record an out on the mound, actually picked off Zach Liu for the final out of that inning, but ended up allowing a run. Did his infield with Chase Littrell taking advantage of Liu the decoy coming off of third and sliding home to score. 1 ball, no strikes on the breaking ball, and another breaking ball popped shallow center. It falls for a base hit. Tanner Smith takes an aggressive turnaround first base. That's his 2nd hit of the day. A leadoff single in the top of the 6th inning for Tanner Smith.
The catcher, number 12, Dominic Keegan.
Now the shortstop, Danny Soretti, was trying to get over there to shallow center field and nearly did. Stuck out his left glove hand, and it looked like he actually had a really good shot at it. And took a very efficient path, too, just out of his reach. Here comes Dominic Keegan, who singled and scored a run in the 4th inning. First pitch, fastball right down Main Street for strike 1, already with 5 hits for Dominic Keegan. He hasn't been on the Cape very long either in 2021. Just his 3rd game. Swings and fouls it back. Tanner Smith on first base, his 3rd multi-hit game of the season. Singled in the 1st inning too, and this is a player who had been 0 for his last 11 on the road. Not the case anymore. Gaping hole on the right side of the infield with the middle infield at double play depth. And Lyle Miller-Green holding on Tanner Smith at first. And Keegan watches the changeup outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Keegan has already proven an ability to hit to all fields. Single to right field in that 4th inning. Has plenty of pull pop though. And the 1-2, taken in the dirt. Tanner Smith running on the pitch. The throw over by Temez goes into center field and backed up by Trenkel, coming in hot. But Tanner Smith slides in safely, and all of a sudden a prime RBI situation for Dominic Keegan. And that's Smith's first stolen base of the season, believe it or not. So Tanner Smith on second base with no one out, and a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Dominic Keegan, who had 2 home runs yesterday. Cy Nielsen, the lefty, comes set at the belt. Kicks and deals. Line drive up the middle into center field, a base hit. Tanner Smith will be held up at third. That's how hard that ball was hit. And it's a no-out single, putting runners on the corners for Dominic Keegan in the top of the 6th.
First baseman, number
Well, Smith
26,
had to
Cody
stay and freeze on contact because he was being held on by Danny Soretti, the shortstop, dancing behind him, trying to draw the attention of Cy Nielsen, the pitcher, and wondering if he wanted to throw over. So Smith wasn't sure if the line drive was hit right to Soretti. If he ran on to third, it could have been 2, but Soretti was actually playing off of Smith there. On the pitch, he retreated back to the shortstop hole. So Keegan now 6 for 15. Do the math and carry the one. That's a 400 batting average for YD. And Cody Huff smacks that one. A heat-seeking missile to Caden Trenkel. That could bring home a run. On to score on the tag is Tanner Smith. And YD leads 3-2. That's the 10th sack fly of the season for the Red Sox, leading the league. And it's an RBI for Cody Huff. Dominic Keegan stays put at first, and 3-2 the Red Sox lead with Chase Luttrell, the lefty from Long Beach State, at the dish. Now sometimes you see players try to put lift on a ball with a runner on third and a lot of speed. That's not what Cody Huff tried to do there. That one was hit right on the nose. Not the first time we've seen Cody Huff hit a line drive to the wrong spot recently. Had 2 line drives yesterday, one to left field and one to short, but the problem was they were both hit to the shortstop and to the left fielder. With 1 out, Chase Luttrell waves at the breaking ball. The count is now 1-1, and Cy Nielsen giving up his first run of the day. YD scoring for the first time since the 4th, a 2 spot in that 4th inning. Infield at double play depth to a double play prone Chase Luttrell, and waves at the breaking ball again, 1-2. So 2 singles and a sac fly put YD ahead. And Chase Luttrell, who doubled and scored in the 4th, watches the breaking ball in the dirt, 2-2. So Nielsen goes to 3 straight curveballs. The first 2 were bait for Chase Luttrell, and then the 3rd, he watches, thinks better of it. Now Luttrell says he really likes Veterans Field as an atmosphere, maybe the best in the CCBL, but it's hard to see the ball under the lights in Chatham. Grounded slowly over to second, could be 2. Garcia over to second. Relay to first is in time. Chase Luttrell grounds into a 4-6-3 double play, and that retires the side. The 5th double play of the season for Chase Luttrell leads YD, but YD goes ahead 3-2. On the sac fly by Cody Huff, Tanner Smith generating a run with his legs, and in the middle of the 6th, YD is up by 1. Right here on the YD Red Sox Baseball Network. Elisada with an 8-point cushion in the 3rd set. First to 25, win by 2 to take the set. Best of 5 sets to take the match. Cooper smacks it down.
Love the little one-hand set there by Alex Springate. Even when that pass was just a little bit tight, she saves it and was able to set up her attacker, Lily Cooper, in the middle.
We've seen that a few times, the quick sets to Cooper in the middle. What does that provide Duke offensively?
You know, she's able to be an option offensively, even when she may not get a full approach. So, you know, she gets a one-step turnaround, and she can go attack. For the Duke side of the offense, it's great because they have that middle option continuously. And for the Orange side, playing defense, you know, it's just another thing they've got to look out for in these rallies.
And Cooper has been fantastic today. Was fantastic yesterday, had 12 kills and hit at a 50% clip. Wood, dug out. Hot potato, not enough. Maria Wood sends it where Sada can't get to it, and Duke cuts the deficit down to 6.
Yeah, we talked about these deep corners there really being a hole in most defenses, just with the way they set up. And great job by Duke capitalizing.
So now it's Camille Nazer, the sophomore setter, born and raised in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Her grandparents actually retired to Puerto Rico and opened up a pizzeria. They asked a few years later, they opened the pizzeria because they got bored with retired life. They asked Nazer's parents to move down to Puerto Rico to help with the restaurant. That's where Nazer was born. And she actually says that was a turning point in her volleyball career before she was even born, because Puerto Rico is known for its love of volleyball. So she found some coaches that were influential. One of them took the Evansville job in Indiana, as Lokmanchuk makes it a short stint at the service line for Nazer.
I love this swing here. We've seen a couple times Lokmanchuk hit that hard cross, and now here she turns it right back down the line. Cole's not able to handle it.
So Nazer ended up moving back to the States, I should say, to pursue NCAA volleyball. Figured she had a better chance of getting recruited from Indiana, and she did, and then actually moved to Kentucky for a better club program over there. But it was a culture shock to go from beaches to cornfields, she said. And the other problem was her father was stuck in Puerto Rico trying to sell the restaurant and the old house, so an even tougher transition without her father. Lauren Hogan serving for Syracuse, up by 8. Frankie Harrison, no luck. Another try, that's a kill. Make it Georgia Stavronidis.
Great to see the swing on the right side here. The setter does a great job putting her in a one-on-one situation, and she still hits it down the line, right outside of Yulia Ostrad's hands on the block.
Now Stavronidis has actually been pretty quiet today. The first admitted engineering student to be ever recruited by Jolie Nagel. The Nagel era since 1999 in her 22nd season, and Frankie Harrison serving. Quick set, quick kill. Abby Cassiano takes it right from the playbook of Lily Cooper.
Yeah, Cassiano kind of gets a double whammy here. She power tips it, and she puts it down right in the setter's hands, which is going to do two things. One, you take the setter out of offense, so now the libero or somebody else has got to set that second ball. And two, it was just a great play.
Stavronidis again.
I love seeing Stavronidis here. You can see she hit line, now she's hitting cross. For anybody non-volleyball players out there, being able to control where you swing with that kind of precision is a pretty difficult skill to attain.
Stavronidis lines it up, dug out by Hogan. This is Wood. Franco, oh yeah, again! But off the net, Naomi Franco didn't like the call. It looked like Syracuse might have found a soft spot. Now Naomi Franco off the net on the way down.
Yeah, really tough play there. As a hitter, you're usually so aware of that top tape when you're trying not to touch it, you know, hitting and blocking. But as you come down from the block.
Extra cautious there on her dismount. And Syracuse couldn't hacky sack it off the block from Duke. Elena Karakasi trying to catch up to no avail. Timeout Syracuse. Pat March is grinning on the sideline right now. Welcome back to the Dome, where Syracuse leads 12-4. 3 minutes and 20 seconds into the third quarter in Stony Brook right now with no answer. Syracuse's offense can beat you in so many different ways, Tim.
Yeah, Brad, as you heard before the break, I can't even get a sentence out before this team is scoring again.
Syracuse, oh no, I thought they just scored again. Sorry.
Right? I mean, it's like that these days. I can't even get out 3 words before this team scores again. They can beat you in so many ways. It's a reason they were the #1 team in the country at the end of the last year. And we lost sight of that after a season opening loss to the Black Knights, but right now, Syracuse is looking once again like it's one of the top teams in the country.
Now they're one of the top teams in the country because of Jacob Fopp, who's had himself a day. And before that false start on Fopp, Syracuse was commanding the faceoff department 12-6, now make it 12-7, as Stony Brook has a much-needed possession, down 12-4, 11:25 left in the third quarter. Mike McCannell, the senior midfielder from Ontario, dances to his left, down the left hash, finds Vangenhoven cutting inside, and Stony Brook reloads. Shot up top is saved by Porter. Chris Pical Jr. unleashed on Drake Porter, and the senior goalie had no problem with that one. Cue the clear. It's Brandon Aviles who gets to the cross for the Orange.
It's no 21 save performance, but considering he's only faced 10 shots, 6 saves is another fantastic performance in cage for Porter. He has really been up to the task these past 3 games.
And 4 goals, by the way. We failed to mention before that the last time Syracuse gave up just 4 goals and a half, it's been a while, March 7th against Johns Hopkins of last year. Brendan Curry now with a swim dodge up top to Jamie Trimboli, hounded by Wayne White up top, and probes to his right for Owen Hiltz, already with 3 goals for the freshman. Shakes his man, that's David Estrella, the short stick defensive midfielder, inside for Tucker Dordovic to the shorts, or rather goal line extended far side, and taken away by Stony Brook. The Seawolves clear it out. Nice clearance by C.J. Trenkle, the 2-time captain.
Well, if you're Nelly negative and you want to point something out the Orange need to improve, it's the turnovers. Already, that's their 12th of the game. Seawolves have just 6.
And yet the defense really hasn't made that offense pay for those turnovers. So Wayne White, the redshirt senior midfielder from Huntington, New York on Long Island, controls for Stony Brook. They work it to the left for Matt Anderson, dances between the hashes, unloads a shot right into the spoon of Drake Porter. Guy didn't even flinch, and he loops the pass over everyone's head, over to Peter Dirth on the right side of the field. Great clearance by Drake Porter. Syracuse 12, Stony Brook 4, 9.5 minutes left in the third quarter. The Orange in no rush. Owen Seabold, his father of Syracuse royalty, the 1983 national championship at Syracuse, also wore number 14. He has it up top for Syracuse, and they give it to Lucas Quinn down the right alley, back to Owen Seabold down the left alley. Shakes his man Wayne White, just races right past him, and out to Stephen Rafis at X. Back up top for a cutter, that's Lucas Quinn. Sidewinder shot, pinballs right into the spoon of Anthony Palma. So Lucas Quinn gave it a good look, and Palma just followed the ball and guided it right down to his toes. 8:45 left in the third. Syracuse still leads by 8, and Stony Brook controls on the clear.
Palma already with 8 saves. The guy only has had 47 in his career coming into this one. He's definitely been doing his part despite giving up 12 goals. It's the rest of the Seawolves defense who have been letting their goalie get peppered thus far in the first 3 quarters.
Stony Brook inside, over the head shot by Pical Jr., the captain, and once again saved by Drake Porter. Guys, a brick wall today, and Stony Brook, they retreat now, trying to ride Syracuse, but as they do so, big sigh of disappointment, maybe some shrugged shoulders off of that one, because what can you do if you're Stony Brook?
Nothing, and you see there, Porter flexes to the bench, gets the rest of the Syracuse subs going. He is having a game. He knows it. Everybody else knows it. Gives a nice little fist bump there to Mitch Wyckoff. Another great day in cage for Porter. I mean, there's really nothing else you can say at this point.
And usually he's not the kind of guy that gets too high, gets too low, but without fans, he said that he's really had to emerge as that energy guy. Rafis, goal line extended to the near side, pass to Trimboli up top. Bull dodge, and the ball is loose, picked up by Rafis. Goal line extended, near side once again. Syracuse with 30 seconds on the timer. The inverted offense is cued with Brendan Curry at X, and they give it to Owen Hiltz, the big Maple Canadian, 25 yards from cage, in no hurry with Syracuse up by 8. Crossfield pass Dordovic, sidewinder shot wide right, and backed up by Stephen Rafis. Rafis on the G in orange in the end zone, cues the offense with 15 seconds left on the timer. Already has 3 goals. Pass to Hilt, sidewinder again is wide, and it skips past the right post. Brendan Curry was there, 10 seconds left for Syracuse to get a shot off. Curry at X, finds Hiltz again, dances to his left, twirls, and a shot is good! Lower left 90, Owen Hiltz, his 4th goal of the day. Syracuse 13, Stony Brook 4. This one is all orange.
You forget he's a freshman. This guy just tied a career high with 4 goals. He already has 12 on the season, 4 games in. That's a hat trick a game. And did I mention the guy's still a freshman?
And you mentioned all those points piling up. How's this? 5 points, and by the way, counting in this game, 5 points in each of the past 3 games now. Had 4 goals and an assist against Vermont last week.